about one of the important grammar in English language. This is about verbs. All the people, they know that we have verbs, but they don't know how to use them. For example, I am understanding the English grammar. I am understanding the English grammar. Next we have that camera is belonging to her. That camera is belonging to her. They know that which one of them is the verb, but they don't know how to use them. At all, in the verb, we have two types of the verbs: action verbs and state verbs. What is action verbs? Action verbs are those verbs that they show the action that done physically by someone or something. Most of the verbs are in action verbs. For example, speak, walk, talk, write. And also, we can use action verbs in all the tenses. For example, she talks with her friends every day. She talks with her friends every day. In this sentence, we have one verb, talk. Talk is what? Action verb. We use it in the present tense. Next example, they watch TV every night, which means that we use this sentence with one verb. What is this verb? Action verb. And also, beside of the other tenses, we are able to use action verbs and the continuous tense as well. For example, I am speaking English now. I use the verb speak with the ing, which means present continuous tense. در افعال عمل ما میتونیم که هم زمان استفاده کنیم. در بقیه زمان‌های جوری همچنان با verb ing. مثلا من در حال استفاده کردن انگلیسی هستم. عمل است که با استفاده کردن ing من در حال جریان صحبت کنم. درست؟ Next one. He is driving the car. He, subject, is to be verb, drive is verb, but we have verb ing, driving, the car complement. یعنی او پسر در حال دراوی کردن چی است؟ موتر هست. پس verb ما چی است؟ drive. drive قادر است که verb ing به خود داشته باشد. در معنیش هم تغییر وجود ندارد. درست؟ پس ما قادر هستیم که زمانهای جوری با action verb استفاده بکنیم. On the other hand, we have action stative verbs. Stative verbs also known as state verbs. أفعال بودن. Stative verbs shows emotional and opinion. For example, an emotional part like, love, hate, and also what. In the opinion, understand, remember, believe, know, agree, disagree. State forms, for example, it can be and also have. For example, she likes to eat pizza. In this sentence, I have one verb, like, and I use this verb with present tense. Subject, she, verb, like, to eat pizza, complement. Next one, students understand the lesson. I have one verb. What's the verb? Understand. This understand is belong to the stative verb. But we have one note. In this note, I want to tell you that with stative verb, we're not able to use continuous tense. In action verb, we're able to use, but in stative verb, we don't have allowed to use verb ing with the stative verb. For example, if I say, this car is belonging to her. In this sentence, what is the verb? Belong. But I put ing. It is incorrect. We cannot use ing with stative verbs. Next one, if I use this verb with the other tense with ing, for example, the car belongs to her, it is correct. Next one, I am understanding this lesson. What is understand? A stative verb. But I put ing. It is incorrect. Why? Because we are not able to use ing with a stative verb. If I use this verb with the other tense with the ing, for example, I understand this lesson. It is correct because I removed the ing. We have some of the verbs that they can be a state verb and also they can be action verb, but the meaning change. For example, they are be, have, look, think, and test. The first one, be. The be is a verb that it can be a state verb and also action verb. In a state verb, this is the way something is. For example, you are active. شما هستید فعال. در این قسمت be or چی هستن or be هستن. آرک نوع از فعل است که استفاده شدن به خاطر چی؟ نشان میده که حالت یک نفر چه قسم هست. درست؟ You are active. شما هستید فعال. Next one, we can use this verb according to the action verb. For example, and also they show the temporary emotion. For example, why are you so active today? Which means you're active only for today, temporary time. شما هستید فعال به امروز. درست؟ یک عمل است که نشان میده یک شغل فعال است. درست؟ اما وقتش بسیار کوتاه است. Next one, the second one is about look. Look also can be a stative verb and also action verb. In a stative verb, the way something appears. زمانی که حالت نشان میده یعنی همون چیز چگونه شکل ظاهریشان هست چگونه معلوم میشن. For example, he looks a bit old. He looks a bit old. I use look in one sentence has a verb. Which type of the verb? A stative verb. And also, I'm able to use this look with the action verb as well. For example, we use action look in action verb to show to use your eyes. For example, what are you looking at? Are you looking at me? Are you looking at the board? Are you looking at your phones? It was the second part of the verbs that they all can be. And a stative verb and also action verb. Let's come to the third one. The third one is about have. Have also can be a stative verb and also action verb. A stative verb, they show possession. ملكة نشان have. زمانی که نظر به فعل حالت استفاده شده باشه. مثلا, for example, they have 3 cats. Which means that those 3 cats are belong to them. Next one, when did have show the action and experiment. For example, I am having a wonderful day, which means I have a day, and also the adjective is wonderful. I have a day. Which type of the day? Wonderful day. Come to the third one. The third one is about think. Think is also among those verbs that it can be an action verb and also a stative verb. An action verb that they show the stative, it shows the opinion. For example, I think doing yoga is fun. It's my opinion. When you do the yoga, it will be fun for you. Okay? And in the action word, in your mind. For example, I am thinking about my future because I'm very worried that should I become a doctor, an engineer, a professor? Now I'm thinking about my future. In this sentence, what is the verb? Think. This think in this action, it takes ing. It is correct because this thing can be stative and also action verb. And the last one is about the test. Test also shows a stative and also action. And a stative, they show the flavor. For example, the cake tastes like strawberries. تعمی چطور نشان میدن؟ نظر به اینکه وربش حالت باشه. مثلا تعم از این کیک تعم چی داره؟ تعم تو زمینه داره. درست؟ And the other hand we have action with test. Test with action, it shows trying to a food to see if the flavor is good or bad. For example, they are testing different wedding cakes because they maybe have wedding and they need to test all the cakes. Now they are testing different wedding cakes. These are all about verb that we have to tell. So the verb, action verb, and also stative verb. All the details, definition, and some of the notes. I hope that you learned something about these verbs. If you learned something, please subscribe us. Wish you best of luck. Have a good day. Goodbye.